Killed you, motherfucker. You crazy? I don't know the fuck you think they play with. I don't play no motherfucking games. I'll fuck you up, motherfucker. Fuck you up. I play no motherfucking games.
Will a win over Canelo put you ahead of Mayweather as the greatest boxer of this generation?
Listen, I leave the opinions to everybody else, but like I said, after this fight, when I defeat Canelo, I'm gonna be on Mount Rushmore. That's where I'm gonna be.
Backstage at the first official Floyd Mayweather and Terence Crawford face-off, the atmosphere exploded quicker than anyone expected. Voices shot up, tempers flared, and security had to move in fast as two of the greatest fighters of their time stared each other down. No one knows exactly what sparked it, but the message was obvious. This wasn't a routine media stop. This was pride against pride, legacy against legacy, and the kind of raw tension boxing hasn't witnessed in a long time. And when they finally sat across from each other, things didn't calm down, they intensified. Once the light switched on, both men tried to look collected, but Floyd's expression showed he wasn't there to entertain. There were no jokes, no smirks, none of the showman attitude he built for years. He looked locked in. Crawford, meanwhile, stayed cool and unbothered, keeping his usual calm presence, but it was clear beneath that relaxed posture that he was fully prepared to meet whatever energy Floyd brought his way.
If this kid said he'd been training every day, for years, every day in boxing, I'm somewhere in Aruba, in the Bahamas, in Dubai, I'm traveling the world on my jet.
The discussion began like any other. Contracts, terms, a bit of debate over who should get what. But the second the question of who truly stands as the best fighter of this era entered the conversation, the entire mood changed instantly. Crawford leaned in, Floyd's posture stiffened, and for the first time in a long while, you could see real irritation on Floyd's face. It wasn't that Crawford insulted him, it was because Floyd already knows the real reason this fight is even on the table. And everyone else knows it too. This entire showdown kicked off after Canelo Alvarez publicly claimed that Crawford was better than Floyd.
You can compare and contrast the fight between yourself and Floyd Mayweather Jr. and tonight's bout with Terence Bud Crawford, if you can.
No, I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather.
One simple comment set everything off. Crawford defeated Canelo, became the new face of boxing, and suddenly fans started saying something Floyd has never let anyone say out loud. Maybe someone has finally surpassed Mayweather.
Who do you think's better out of those two? Crawford or Mayweather?
I think Crawford is better, bigger. Like he's actually, he moved in weight class, and I would say Crawford is a better fight all around fighter. Mayweather is really good too, though. You can't knock him as well. He's very talented. It would have been a tough fight, but I think Crawford would have the edge over Mayweather because of the long arms and because it's bigger. You know what I'm saying? And he would have kept him at bay. It would have been hard for Mayweather to counter, maybe. But Mayweather's definitely a technician. I mean, like Crawford said, Mayweather has his era, and Crawford, this is his era.
That's what really set things off, the one line nobody dares to challenge with Floyd. It's the reason he's standing here at 47 years old, face-to-face with one of the most dangerous fighters in the world.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. is one of the biggest egos in the sport, so much so that he could not find a way to give Muhammad Ali credit as being a top 5 fighter and claimed that Roberto Duran sits above Muhammad Ali, right? Why? Because Floyd wants to be better than Muhammad Ali. He completely redid his image when he became Money Mayweather to pretty much copy from calling himself the GOAT, calling himself TBE, right? Whole thing. very disrespectful of Muhammad Ali when he was coming up, when after Floyd Mayweather Jr. wound up being at the top of the sport. So now that Terence Crawford has firmly placed himself at the top of boxing, and not just as the pound for pound fighter, right now, many people are saying, hey, shouldn't he be considered one of the greatest fighters of all time?
When the face-off wrapped up and the press conference began, the tension stayed high. This wasn't the usual Floyd event where he filled the room with non-stop talking. This time, he was locked in, serious, and not interested in putting on a show. He spoke about legacy, not hype. He wants this fight because he refuses to let anyone rewrite his place in boxing history.
You know, I didn't have to have 70 fights or 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that...
The greatest of all time.
Okay.
And across from him, Crawford stayed relaxed and steady, watching Floyd like he was just another opponent to check off. For Crawford, this matchup hits differently. He's already beaten Errol Spence, already taken down Canelo, already silenced every critic who questioned him. He doesn't need a fight with Floyd to prove anything, but he wants it, and that says everything.
Yo, yeah, so if he was pound for pound, Floyd was pound for pound. You or Floyd, who would have done that? Who would have won that?
Me.
Oh, shit, okay, I'm just asking.
Man.
Floyd was pound for pound before.
That would have been a hard fucking fight, though.
Man, me versus anybody, I'm gonna always say me.
Okay.
Come on now.
Early in his career, Crawford often avoided the question of whether he could beat Mayweather. He didn't answer with certainty and never chased that debate. But that was then, years ago.
You gotta have 4 arms.
I know.
And 6 eyes to beat Floyd.
Is Floyd better than you? Keyshawn beat Tank?
Keyshawn beat everybody. Him and Shakur.
How you feel about them not fighting each other? That's cool?
Yeah, that's cool. They don't need to fight each other.
Was there anybody ever...
They can beat up everybody else.
Was there anybody ever like that in boxing with you? Because not really Sean Porter, right?
Nope.
No friends in this business for you.
I think Tim Bradley would have been like that.
Okay.
I think me and Tim Bradley would have been like that. I wouldn't have fought Tim.
If the opportunity presented itself against Floyd, you would have, though, even though you admire him so much and he's so great. But you
Floyd, yeah, because I wasn't as close. Me and Floyd close now, but when Floyd was boxing, I wasn't as close with Floyd like I am now.
How do you beat Floyd, though? Like, since nobody's been able to crack that code.
You think I would tell you?
He ain't fighting anymore, so that fight ain't gonna happen.
You gotta have 4 arms.
I know.
And 6 eyes to beat Floyd.
Is Floyd better than you?
I think you got your answer there.
Nah, I didn't hear nothing. Is Floyd better than you? Some fighters say, even like Gervonta Davis.
Beat your ass?
Okay, that's a no. That's a...
Today, Crawford claims he could beat Floyd even at his peak, and that single statement was enough to ignite this entire rivalry.
Who do you think wins in a fight, you or Prime Floyd?
Me.
No questions?
Why would you think that I would say Floyd? You know, that's one of my favorite fighters. But yeah, nah.
As the reporters asked questions, Floyd's irritation was clear, not at Crawford's words, but at what he stands for. A new king, a new standard, the best fighter in the world, and Floyd can't stand it.
All time. Ending this interview.
Number one, and the only one that he got at top is Floyd. You know what I'm saying? Terence Crawford is this generation guy. You know what I'm saying? Accomplishing all the goals that he accomplished.
Matched up? How do they match up, Floyd and Terence?
Hey, I'm like this, man. It's going to be great because Floyd, he's about his work. He put in work. We've been watching it for decades. You know what I'm saying? Him coming out of retirement to do this fight. That's a win for the whole world boxing. Every generation from Floyd generation to this generation to get to see it come. That's just like we never get to see Michael Jordan play, right? But we remember when he used to play. Come on.
Then the press began asking about Floyd's upcoming exhibition with Mike Tyson. And let's be clear, this isn't a real fight. It's entertainment, two legends trading punches for a paycheck.
Every time boxing come on, you don't bring up Muhammad Ali name. You don't bring up Mike Tyson name. You always bring up Floyd Mayweather name.
Unless we're talking about Floyd, and listen, we all gotta believe we're the greatest of all times, right? We all gotta believe that, but we all know Muhammad Ali is the greatest of all time.
If you could have fought any fighter in your life, any weight, any era, who would you have picked that you would have liked to fight the most?
Floyd Mayweather.
So we're in there with fighting low here.
But here's the thing, that exhibition means nothing compared to Crawford. Everyone can see Floyd's energy shift the moment Crawford's name comes up. He's no longer Money Mayweather, the showman. He's Floyd Mayweather Jr., the fighter who went 50-0 and has been waiting for a true professional challenge. Floyd knows that beating Crawford now would silence every debate forever. And Crawford knows that defeating Floyd, even an older Floyd, cements his place at the very top of boxing history. This isn't just business. Crawford fully respects just how good Floyd really is.
Looking back at like Floyd's career, like him coming up in the era that he came up in, he had all them champions that he was able to fight, and that's what led him to be so great. You know, because he fought the most champions, beat the most champions. You know, got the most money for beating the most champions. So it's just like, man, he had this guy, back to back to fight, one after one.
After defeating Canelo, many assumed Crawford would retire. He had nothing left to prove. He was the top pound-for-pound fighter, had beaten a bigger opponent no one expected him to, and his legacy already felt complete.
Terence Crawford had the ability to fight backwards and stay composed, good defense, hands was always up, countering everything that Canelo was throwing at him. He was just a little more active fight. Canelo did hit him to the body, but it was pretty much all Terence Crawford.
I think some of what we saw from Canelo is what he's has to resort to now to fight. Maybe he's dealt with some injuries to where he's not as mobile. It's just the pattern that he's put himself in for the last, 6 to 8 fights. That same pattern is why Bivol was able to get him.
He did not allow Canelo to get inside, man. As soon as Canelo would get into that certain range, he would jab him. We didn't see any like lateral moves where he would throw, push off to the side as we used to see Canelo Alvarez.
Canelo was almost smothering his shot because he couldn't stay at range with him. And Terence Crawford runs off counter combinations. It would be a wider margin if they fought again.
But Crawford chose the toughest route. He wants Floyd because he wants to end the debate for good. He doesn't want fans saying, he's great, but he never faced Floyd. He's seeking the ultimate closure, defeating the man who dominated boxing for 2 full decades.
Terence Crawford couldn't have an era to himself. And if you put Terence Crawford against any opponent on Floyd's resume, who do you have favorite? Terence Crawford or one of Floyd's opponents?
Why does Ryan keep mentioning another?
No, I'm asking the question first. Do we got Terence Bud Crawford beating everybody on Floyd's resume?
On top of that, Crawford is a true competitor, one of the few left in the sport. He seeks real challenges, not easy wins, even if it brings criticism. People question, why fight an older Floyd? Why not someone like Boots Ennis? And to be fair, their point isn't entirely wrong.
Just feel that Jaron Ennis against Terence Crawford is the fight. And that can be at 54, it can be at 60. You know, obviously we've got Lima to take care of first, but that for me is one of the great, crossover fights, because Boots is the changing of the guard guy. And Crawford's the guy that's been there and done it all and just proved, that he's still very much in his prime.
4 years, fans, fighters, and analysts have insisted that Crawford should face Boots, because he's the one opponent whose style truly matches Crawford's, switch hitting, explosive, technical, and dangerous from every stance.
Who they are cancel out each other as far as height. They both switch hitters, lift, and everything. All of that cancels out each other. So they are literally the same people pretty much. The only difference is Crawford done been in a big stage against big fighters so many times. And also with age, he didn't beat up his body, so his age is actually good. He got the grown man strength. He not just grown man strength, but he built on top of that. Like look at him at 135. He was a little scrawny dude. He wasn't a big dude. Now look at him. He ripped up everything. He's strong. So sure. I feel like he got everything, all the experience, all the knowledge. So I got to go with Crawford.
And it's not just the fans. Boots himself has been calling out Crawford relentlessly, seeking that challenge and wanting to face the man many call the best of this generation. But every time Crawford is asked about it, he shuts it down immediately, saying he's not interested and that the fight offers him nothing.
Right now in my career, a lot of people like boost this, boost that, boost this. You know, fighting Boots is a lose-lose situation. You know, I win, they're gonna say, oh, well, he was young, he wasn't ready. You know, he was talented, he was skillful, but you got the experience over him. You got, you know, so much more than this kid that never been tested before. You know, because we always seen him win and fly in colors. A fashionate way, you know, to where we say, oh man, he's cold, he's skillful, but he's never been in the ring with nobody to test him. So me fighting Boots would be like, okay, well, you beat Boots. It's not a mega fight. It's gonna sell a little bit because of your name and what you just accomplished.
Still, the chatter about a Boots fight hasn't died down, and the more Crawford avoids it, the louder those debates become.
Fight that makes a whole lot of sense, and the fight that stylistically would be, oh my goodness, is a fight between Terence Crawford and Jaron Boots Ennis.
I don't think I think that's going backwards for Terence.
To that point, Jaron doesn't have the kind of accolades. He doesn't sell to the mass and all these. So this fight was perfect timing for both these guys.
Another name in the mix is Virgil Ortiz Jr. Fresh off a huge win, he immediately called out Crawford, and Oscar de la Hoya has been hyping him up, promoting it as the biggest fight at 154 pounds.
I mean, look, I'm here to fight the best. I don't care who it is. It can be Boots next, it can be Spence next, it can be Crawford next, if he's still willing to do it. Because, you know, that's a fight that I've been calling for a while. I think that's a great fight to make happen still. Man, and we're just gonna keep doing what I do best. You know, and that's just being me.
A prime fighter versus a prime legend. That's the matchup hardcore fans crave. But the reality is, Crawford has already beaten Errol Spence and Canelo. He doesn't need to chase someone like Ortiz. He's taking this fight for its historical significance, not the competitive challenge. If he faces Boots, people call it a nice fight. If he faces Ortiz, they call it a good matchup. But if he faces Floyd, it becomes a conversation that lasts for decades.
It's wild, because like if you look at Floyd's resume, it's much deeper than Crawford's. And Floyd was faster and he had a better defense and all that stuff. But Floyd picked and chose when he fought guys, especially once he left lightweight. He wiped out the junior lights, bring them. Lightweight, he jumps up to Jose Luis Castillo first thing. A lot of people think he lost the first fight, I didn't, but then he won the rematch. But once he left lightweight, he was careful about when he fought guys. So even though his resume is deeper with names, people remember, yeah, but he didn't want it with certain dudes at certain times. Crawford, we all witnessed, even though the resume is thin in certain ways, he wanted it with everyone the whole time.
Oh, yes.
That makes a difference to.
Here's where it gets interesting. Crawford is bigger, hits harder, is younger, and more active than Floyd. But the toughest part of fighting Floyd isn't landing punches, it's hitting him at all. Crawford could control the early rounds, or Floyd could turn it into a defensive showcase, frustrating the younger fighter at every turn.
Floyd beat everybody. That boy, man, that's the GOAT, man. That boy bad. On defense, like catch, bam, 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 bam. Man, that boy bad. Floyd had the best defense in boxing history. Hitting you with shots that you don't see, that's where Floyd mastered. You know, hit and not get hit. A lot of people, they give him credit now, but they didn't give him credit when he was back.
At the press conference, Floyd focused on legacy, money, and respect, while Crawford spoke about challenge, competition, and proving his place among the greats.
And then when I see it's a chance for me to do a heist, a quick heist, I'm gonna let y'all know this. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. At the end of the day, I'm the smart one. Because I don't care if you write good about me, you write bad about me, just keep writing about me.
That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss our upcoming content, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next video.